Welcome to the Moonchild Podcast. I'm your host, Elijah KB, and today we're going to be talking about the topic of desperate energy blocking your manifestations. What do I mean when I say desperate energy is blocking your manifestations? Well, it's simple. We get what we are, right? You don't get, you know what I'm saying, shit else but what you are being a vibrational match to. So it's simple. You know what I mean? When you're in the space of wanting and you're constantly sending that signal out to the universe like you want something, this instantly sends the signal of lack to the universe. And mind you, the universe has to respond to your vibration. It doesn't respond to none of that other shit. You know what I'm saying? You can have the most positive words in the world. You can, write it 100 times. It really won't make a difference until you embody the vibration. You have to be a vibrational match. If you're not a vibrational match, it cannot exist inside of your world. If it does exist, it's only for a short amount of time. You're not going to be able to keep it because you're not a vibrational match to it. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm saying when I say desperate energy is blocking your manifestations. When you finally realize that, like I've said before, being a vibrational match to the manifestation is key. Once you realize this and you internalize it, and you use this understanding to your advantage, your life will change for the better. The manifestations that you've been looking for will start to pop up in your reality without a problem. You understand? And like I've said before, if it doesn't pop up, quote unquote, without a problem, then it's just shadow work that you have to work on. Things you have to do within your shadow work sessions that's blocking that. Other than that, it's just vibrational match to it. You understand? So when you don't feel like you're a match, or you don't feel like you embody the vibration of having it, the universe will continue to tell you yes and give you, amplify those situations or continue keeping you, keeping you in that same particular spot. You understand? Because the universe has to obey you. A lot of us got it twisted and we think, because we've been taught in religions and shit like that, like God is outside of self and it's something external that's supposed to save you and it's supposed to determine your fate and it's supposed to, guide you and all of these things. But in reality, it's all inside of yourself. The desperate energy, it shows itself in many forms or in many categories in people's lives. Like a lot of people want to attract love, want to attract the perfect partner and things like that. But they have like this desperation of it. You know what I mean? They like really need it, really want it. You know what I'm saying? They might be going out on dates, but they're giving the person really desperate energy, really like, needy energy, like I need something from you, and not understanding that energy, everybody feels that shit, right? And everybody responds to it. Desperate energy is repelling. Oftentimes you will repel what you're trying to attract to you. So yeah, a lot of people, they bring a desperate energy, a needy energy, a clingy energy to relationships, and at the end of it, they think, the person, they took me for granted, or it's somehow their fault, that they were so standoffish and they really didn't pour into me like I poured into them. It's like, well, you wanted it too bad. You know what I'm saying? You was too into it to the point where you didn't really showcase any value within yourself. You understand? Like, you didn't showcase that you understand that you have value. So as a result of that, you kind of was out of your body and more so into their world, right? You know what I'm saying? So when you get caught up in that shit, it's like desperate energy is directly blocking what you are actually trying to manifest. Because a lot of people make the mistake of not actually being inside of the vibration of having it already, and instead they're in the vibration of wanting it or feeling like they need it. And so the universe, only thing the universe says is yes, right? It says yes and not right now, but eventually yes, right? So, you say, like I said, wanting or needing, it's like, all right, yeah, well, I'm going to amplify that for you. That's what you're focusing on, is your want for this. So I'm going to amplify your want for this. You start focusing on your need for something, it amplifies your need for it. But then when you get into the vibration of actually having it, like I have this, and you actually embody the vibration of having it already, then the universe has no choice, like it had no choice in those other scenarios, but to match your vibration. So it has to give you what you're matching. It has no choice. So it's not bad news. This just means you need to work on your vibration. You know what I mean? When it comes to what you're manifesting, match that. What would you say as the person with that, with that manifestation? How would you feel? You know what I mean? How much more relaxed would you be? How much more focused would you be on other things now that you have that? You understand? That's why a lot of nonchalant people kind of get what they want. A lot of, when people tend to not really care about some shit and they're more so indifferent with the outcome, they tend to get, the outcome that's the most desired. You know what I'm saying? And that comes back to vibration, because when you're indifferent to the outcome, you're not attached to the outcome. And this is a healthy place of being, because this is lighthearted, and this allows the manifestation to flow into your life. Because when you start to gripping it too tight and you start feeling like you need this, and that desperate feeling starts to come up, and you start to tap into that energy and stay in that energy, you're altering your vibration, and now the universe has to halt what it was doing when it was trying to give you the blessing or the manifestation. Now it has to match what you're doing now. Connected to everything, attached to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Connected to everything, attached to nothing. So yeah, we're gonna keep it simple. Match the vibration of what you want. When you getting into the desperate energy of when you find yourself becoming overly obsessed with the manifestation and overly attached to the outcome of the manifestation work that you've been putting in, remind yourself to dial it back. Raise your vibration up to the point where you actually have it. You envision having it, and this will alter your vibration and match the vibration of what you're actually trying to manifest, rather than you wanting it. Because when you come from a space like that, it just matches that the fact that you want it. It doesn't give you the actual manifestation. It just gives you more reasons to want it. You understand? It might start blessing people around you with the same shit that you're asking for, just to make you want it more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you actually ask the universe for vibrationally. I mean, these words that we use constantly, back and forth between me and you, these are things that humans use. But when it comes to our being, our spirituality, our spiritual connection to source, it's all about your actual vibration. It's all about your spirit. It's all about your soul, right? So, on a soul level, on a vibrational level, on an energy level, you actually have to ask in the proper way or demand in the proper way, in order to get the outcome that you're actually desiring. But that's all the time I got for tonight. This has been the Moonchild Podcast with the Moonchild, his motherfucking self, Elijah KB. Thank you. I appreciate it. For those interested in spiritual advice, I now have a page where you can sign up for a one-on-one hour session with myself. The link will be in the description. And for any questions and topics for the podcast, feel free to email them to me.